It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Brouwerij Noordt and Beerwulf, and this is a bottle of their Lager Lab number 5. It's a Scotch lager coming in at 8% ABV, 30 IBUs, black bottle, nice print on it. There's the bottle cap. A little bit of condensation on the bottle. I got the bottle out of the fridge about 20 minutes ago, so my fridge is set at about 4 degrees. Give it 20 minutes outside the fridge, you're going to get it up to about 7 or 8. I think that's absolutely perfect for this style of beer. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Oh, look at this. There's lots of sediment here, suspension in the glass. Can you see it? We'll get to the colour in a moment. There, we've just seen a little bit there whizzing by. There you go, look at that suspension. Bits and pieces, all the particles. So it's a bottled conditioned lager, or a really good unfiltered lager. We've got a 1 finger, slightly off-white head. Jet black beer in the glass, so lots of roasted malts. What's this say? A low fermented, malty roasted nuts, dried fruit and blueberry style lager. Wow, okay. I've really enjoyed this Lager Lab series of beers. I've drunk, not in any sort of order, I've just been picking them and reviewing them every now and again, and there's about 8 different beers in the Lager Lab range. We've done a really good blonde, a double, which was remarkably like a strange kind of hybrid Belgian double style beer, but in a lager. Just amazing, absolutely amazing. And now we have a Scotch ale. So why is this a Scotch ale? Right, okay. Years ago, the Scotch used to use other things rather than hops to flavour their beer. So they used to use heather, all sorts of dried fruits, and in this case, the Lager Lab have decided, or Brouwerij Noordt and Beerwulf have decided to use blueberry to give it that kind of fruity, Scottish-like taste. You know, that classic style of beer. Good levels of carbonation, hazy-looking beer, jet black in the glass. Let's get the aroma. Smells roasty and toasty and chocolatey. Really interesting beer. Really, really interesting. 8% of ABV as well. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. For me, this has got all the hallmarks for a Baltic porter. Now, the Baltic Porter beer style is a lager that's roasty and toasty. And this kind of follows that in the aroma anyway. It smells like a Baltic Porter. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, just fantastic. Oh, I gotta put that down. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows, what a beer. It's a really drinkable, refreshing, yet full-bodied Russian Imperial Stout, Baltic Porter style hybrid beer. They've really kind of experimented with this. They've really gone all out to produce something really different and something really unique, and something really that if you're a beer drinker and if you're a beer lover and you're a beer drinker who kind of looks at different styles and tries different styles, this will be a complete head bender for you of a beer, because there's so much going on. You really do get the sense that it's a lager first and foremost, but then quickly you're picking up those dried fruits, it's like dark berry and fig and plum and prune. Then that's going over to roasted malt, so your chocolate, your coffee, your caramel flavours are coming through. And then there's a little bit of a mouthfeel, a creaminess on the mouthfeel, a bitterness on the back end. But again, it's carbonated enough. And it's refreshing enough. And you pick up that kind of lager yeast, that kind of dryness, that crispness that a lager is, essentially. And it's hard to get your head round. It really is hard to get your head round. All I can say is that I'm really, really blooming enjoying it. Fabulous, fabulous style of beer. Fabulous, really is. 30 IBUs, or EBUs, European Bitterness Units. So what does that mean, EBUs? Well, IBUs, EBUs, generally the same thing. 0 is no bitterness at all. 100 is the max that your palate can take. Any more bitterness than your palate is starting to struggle to pick up that kind of bitterness and that taste. I've had 1,000 IBU beers, and it's just they're made for, like, you know, a bit of fun type of thing. But you really can't get past that 100 IBU bitterness because your palate can't take it. So it's just a bit of a gimmick, if you like. So being 30 IBUs, this is towards the lower end of the bitterness scale, and that really works with the malt. That biscuity, bready, roasted malt flavour and bitterness as well that comes through, combines with the hop bitterness, and there's sweetness over here and bitterness over here, and it's a lovely balanced beer. Have a look at the beer as I roll it round in the glass. Look at the quality of that brew. But it's the things that are balancing the beer that are the most unique in this beer. The blueberry flavour. I'm just picking up the blueberry for the first time, and that combining with the dried fruits, and then clashing with the roasted malt. It's a proper head bender of a beer. But I really like it. A low fermented Scotch lager. Well, the seagulls seem to like it as well. They're making a lot of blooming noise this morning. Right, okay, I'm going to rate it. Going to rate this one then. Let's have a little look at the ingredients. Water, malt, hops, barley malt, oats. Oh, and some sugar and yeast. Probably a little bit of sugar in there just to kind of prime it a bit more, get a little bit more carbonation in there. But yeah, I like this one. I really do. A very different beer to what I normally drink. If I was to try and choose a style, they'd call it a Scotch lager. Well, yeah, it's that kind of roasted malt and the fruit that they've added to the beer that they've managed to kind of call it a Scotch lager. But I'm gonna say more Baltic porter with dried fruits, with blueberry. Baltic porter with a little bit of roasted malt and blueberry. That would be my kind of pick for the style of this beer. But I really like it. It's a fantastic tasting beer. It's a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.